The ark was made to keep out the waters of violence and negativity. Oh, we're living in a world today of that, of the negative, violent thoughts. The ark represents the divine presence, which protects us from those things. Now, one of the interesting things is that mankind could not navigate the ark. It floated above the storm and could not be directed by limited and violent thinking. They got on, there was no rudder, they just got on. They couldn't control it because it was going to go to where it was supposed to go. Now, Noah, he represents the priesthood of all believers, the place where God speaks and brings forth into manifestation. That's what he represents. And Noah and his, just like them, so are we, decision makers. And we have decisions about our directions that we wish to go. You don't have to go in every direction. You don't have to. You can make right decisions. Now, here's an interesting fact. Once they made a decision to make a way of escape for themselves, once they decided not to live any longer in limited experiences, which represented the place they were at, once they decided to rise above the stormy waters, once they decided to keep things in order, represented by the stalls in the ark, where everything was kept. Do you have an ark within you where everything is in order? I am sometimes thinking that I am the most out of order individual that I ever knew. But then all of a sudden things get into order. It's like my house right now. It is filled with boxes with mystery things inside. One of which I hope is my papers that I need, my wallet, and my shoes. Find those, you know. Isn't it amazing? I laid them out last night so I know right where they were. Not this morning. Went through everybody. Could. Well, anyhow. How are we with our ark, ourselves, our thinking? How are we? Do we have the stalls where things are in order? Now, once they decided to have only one way to view life, and that's really represented by the window above. See, there was no windows around. It was just one above. They had no choice but to look up. They had to look straight up, and that's the way we must do when we're floating on the storm. Now, how everything would work out was really none of their business. See, I want God to tell me exactly how it is. I want to know what I'm going to do on Monday and Tuesday and how that's going to work out. Sometimes it's just none of our business. We just have to go with the flow. And that's all they could do. Problems have a tendency to go speeding along back and forth and have the tendency to whip back and forth, smashing us against the walls of life. That's what a problem is. But what we have to do about it is obvious. We have to let God go. We have to let go and let God. We must. Now, there was a funny little thing. There was no rudder on the boat. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever been out in a boat, but if you don't have a rudder, you don't go in direction. Not the direction you want to go. You will go in the flow. That's the way it is. Once they get rid of the rudder of our personal opinions and limited concepts, once we build upon divine direction, once we decided to go with the divine boat, no matter what, then we will experience life in its fullness, but not until. How would you get married to somebody and decide, if I don't like him or her, I'll kick her or him to the wayside. There's plenty of other people out there. This is what's going through your mind while the preacher's marrying you. I had a wedding one time that if somebody had given me 5 cents, I would have shut the book and left. Because I didn't feel that the man was serious at all. And it took many years before he made me decide, yes, he was serious. But it took a long time for him to get serious. Now, here's some little decisions. Stay where you are and die. Live life, get on the ark, take care of yourself. It's up to you. It's up to me. See, I can't make you do it. Let our thoughts be a rudder that try to direct us over the waters of our life, or we can get into the ark and go on the flow. I don't know. What is it you want to do? See, I can't even direct you. Because it's your ark, it's your rudderless ark, it's your life. And nobody can make you do anything. Once we make a decision to go to a place of safety, then we will let go of limited thinking and let Noah, like Noah, just get on the ark and go with the flow. Now this does not mean that you'd have no process in it whatsoever, because there was all these decisions before and after. They had, once they got to the place they were supposed to go, they had to create a whole society. And we think now, we know now, that the flood was not worldwide. It was to a limited place. And there were other people who did not know, for instance, like the Hawaiian Islands and so on, they did not know there was a flood. But these people had to go through the experience to get on the ark. Now, if it was left to me, I wouldn't have an ark. See, I'd be in trouble all the time, floating on my own boat, rowing, trying to get the rudder in place. But actually, divinity says you must get on the ark. Any questions? Did you like this sermon? I didn't like it.
Well, it wasn't that bad.
Well, see, it's real. What a lot of the ministers like to tell you is that everything's okay and just all right. You don't have much to do yourself, and really, you have to get on the ark. You have to go with the flow.
Did you ever go sailing?
Yes.
If you haven't got a rudder, you
can't go anywhere.
You're in trouble, and when the boat goes like that, then I really get scared.
Yeah, that's why I don't go sail.
Yeah.
I do very well above the water. Under the water, not so good. Not so good.
No.
Not under the water. No.
Don't breathe it well.
You can't breathe under there. Did you know that? Yeah. Okay, any question? Okay, we're all in the ark. We're all in there together.
Where did you say they think that Noah's Ark is? On what
On
mountain?
Mount Ararat in Turkey.
How did they come? How did they come to this?
Well, they saw it. You can see it. You can see it.
Who are they? Who are they?
Turkey. Well,
No, it's in Armenia and Russia.
And recently,
Turkey is a province because they will not let them go up there. Because why? And I don't blame them, because what the first thing will happen is they'll tear it apart and bring it down. See, that's the first thing.
Part of it has been removed.
Yeah, I think so. There's always a question. We don't know that was really
It's
the ark.
supposed to be smashed in half, and part of it is lower down than the other part.
Could be, but anyhow, how it got up there, you can change through the centuries. That there was earth changes. That's why it's on a mountain. We'll see what happens. There's pressure being put on certain people, and we'll see what happens there. There are stalls in it. They know that, but that doesn't make it the Ark of Noah. But we'll see what happens. We're all going to live to be 200 to see a lot of these things come to pass. You mind? Okay. Is it okay for us to sing now? Thank you. Yes.